trying to shift alongside that meta, and we'll have to see how he does. Now, over the course of his career, he's at 90% win rate over 11 games, but definitely a champion that we've seen less of him since he, well, initially left top esports onto JDG and now back to top esports.
And now he's come back, yeah. It was always 3-6 game, but some amazing team fights we talked about. On the other side for Gen G, their control, being calm and collected against Weibo, is what got them to this spot. 1-0 for both these teams on day 2. One of them are going to match, and as we get into this second match.
Yeah, I am very excited to watch this matchup because even stylistically, these teams feel so different when they enter in towards the mid-game. Like, you think of Gen G and it's, oh, I want like Chovy and Kiin with TP plays, so like overload a side lane, we take tower, we teleport elsewhere. Like, very slow, very methodical, and crucially, never taking the like 70-30 play. Like, never looking for those big plays and maybe turn a whole game around, but it is clean, it is collected, and it's constant small wins for them. Whereas when I look at top esports, they're actually one of the rare teams that I feel like at Worlds that actually plays like side lanes to mid lane. A huge amount coming with like 3-6-9 and things like the Renekton, trying to find creative flank opportunities off of a small pushing wave, but I don't know if we're going to have that here.
Speaking of someone who used to be in the LPL, you know, Dag, you can attest to this, right? When you and me were casting this guy, even then he was building himself up as like a great TP flanker. His positioning and timing was perfect. He is one of the best team fighters in the world, if not the best team fighter. And some of these angles and some of these movements, even considering what we saw at MSI and their success against Gen G, is what makes 3-6-9 so special.
But he has started to slip when it comes kind of towards his laning phase, right? He was always a very solid laner, but was always a step behind people like Bin. And now with Kiin rising up, where Kiin has been so good when he gets his counter picks, even having like niche ones like, well, the Mordekaiser match with 3-6-9, but like the Gangplank that he was bringing out. Kiin has stepped up as a top laner and kind of thrown off that mantle where people were kind of talking about just his Cassante. Kiin is a force to be reckoned with, and 3-6-9 needs to keep control there.
You have such good laners on Gen G, right? That's why I want to come down and talk about Peyz as well. Peyz has had some really high highs. I mean, bro's only 18 years old, right? He's still young, and he performs like this. Yes, in finals got some criticism, but him versus JackeyLove, high highs indeed as we look at the flash away and the cleanse. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about Peyz. Maybe it cursed him, but bro is still killing it with the stats.
Yeah, and Peyz has been an absolute menace for Gen G. Like, the best Ziggs in the LCK. The guy's been able to step up on a ton of picks, and look, didn't get to show his stuff in that finals, but over the course of summer, he was far and away an amazing point on the map for Gen G. And I think that's where you have to try and shut this down as top esports. And JackeyLove having a kind of similar rise over the last year where he really has started to move away from, oh, the Ezreal that Arcane shifts forward. He is way more controlled, an absolute massive threat on the map, and pairing him finally with a super strong support of Meiko. It's no longer kind of these, I'm not going to like insult the guys he played with, but less than top 4 in the region. This is where it pops up.
I'm sorry, we look in comparison, Meiko in comparison to Yuyanjia and also Chwo, and that's, you know, it's not fair. You know, they're players who maybe one day can develop their legacy, but like, I mean, Meiko's a different beast.
I mean, 3 LPL championships, an MSI, a Worlds title, like, this is the most decorated support in the LPL.
He got the first MSI title alongside Deft and Pawn. Like, Meiko's still going strong. He's just like one of those, again, to use the word legacy players, you know, alongside the likes of Faker in the past for LPL as well. You think of the legends like ClearLove. I think there's so much to talk about with the support himself. As 3-6-9 burns down, Kiin just stands there. He's overcooking a little bit, but it won't matter. It gives Electro Harpoon that extra bit of oomph as Kiin plays a respect game. And now that's 2 laners, both sides of the map, working well for TES in the individual 2v2 and 1v1 respectively.
Engagement hands, nice damage onto JackeyLove.
Good crash down.
Was in the middle of his reload, so wasn't able to get a ton of damage back. Now, Canyon is in the area, but I think this is more to spot out where TIAN is as his wave starts to push out.
You know, while we're having that discussion about bot laners as well, as I see a gank coming through from Canyon, but TIAN is going to spot this out first, or at least be here to save the day. There's the Zenith Blade for the engager. Flash over the wall, they come in, all in onto Meiko, but the Brambles match separates TES, but the Permafrost is better. A 1-for-1. Lehends now in trouble. Permafrost is the flash away as a response. In a 2v2, Peyz wants to take it up, but you've got no mana. As he runs after them, nothing else happens, while under turret 3-6-9, looking for a solo kill! You crazy crazy, crazy man. He has to flash away. At least he has TP to get back top.
Hey, sometimes a genius needs a bit of a crazy, and that was very close to working out for 369, but Kiin able to get the flash away, will pick up all the minions underneath the tower. So in the end, it's flash for flash, kill for kill on the bottom side, but crucially, as you see with TIAN coming in for the counter gank, the kill went to TIAN. So the engagement Lehends is perfect. The flash over the wall from Canyon keeps the rail locked in place, so she can't get the crash down to get that little bit of an extra shield. TIAN then picks up the kill, and Lehends flashing away as well to deny any sort of follow-up, just as his aftershock was about to fade as well, means that he won't fall. So kind of Gen G getting that early kill from Peyz can change a lot of this matchup dynamic in the bot lane.
On the other side, going over to TIAN, giving him a bit of gold. You can see has fluctuated the gold lead in jungle, and TIAN was able to go back and clear from what I could understand as well. So he is up a camp or two as he comes back towards the top side now with a couple of camps up and available, and those grubs spawning in 25 seconds. Support's also leading the way to make the roams here as they help to cover mid.
Covering mid at the moment, you've got both junglers on the Raptors, so could always try and get involved here, but this feels more like just trying to ensure that this wave starts to bounce back out towards Chovy. You do not want this wave frozen here for Creme, and I think that's why we're seeing so much scrapping overs.
So again, we're not going to acknowledge what happened in top. That was fun, but no summoners available if they join in this fight over the grubs, and Gen G did get what they wanted mid, move to grubs first, and Canyon starts it off. He's going to take one with ease. The next is a question.
TIAN starting to move in. Creme here.
Look at the angle from Lehends. He gets the engage onto the jungler as the Fate Sealed is a good one as well. Chovy gets clean, but he goes back in as now Creme has to fight fire with fire, but Meiko can't do anything. Culling comes through and Chovy just takes it down as easy as that. Clean from the mid laner of Gen G. Well, Creme just relentless pursued back on in Fog of War, he gets punished. A double over to Chovy, and that is a player I do not want to give gold to if I'm top esports.
If you're an LCK fan, you definitely want that goal there, because that was sick from Gen G. Fighting at that choke point right as top esports try to contest, and you don't really get that opportunity to open up and really take value from like Creme's ultimate, from Meiko being able to buy space. So great read from Gen G on how to take that fight.
369 is getting some attention. Gold went into the favor of Gen G in the fight. Now they're trying to punish Kiin, who lost his flash before. TIAN snuck in here. Low health bar, but he's got the ulti available. Meganar is coming in.
I think Kiin's reading this. Oh no.
Oh, he's not. He jumps in. Dagda, as you were saying, it's the opposite. Permafrost at melee range. It's going to come on in as Canyon tries to save the play, but he can't. But does he have enough damage with Bramble Smash? I think close to. 369 is ticking away the scrap shield. Saves him for a time being. TIAN looking for the Permafrost. Bramble smashes Canyon. It's on an edge, on a mile. He's in the rocks. For now, gets burnt down anyway. The Grand Canyon has been filled in by 369.
Canyon was so close to being able to get that, but an auto away. 369 is able to come back in for the save. It's something back in the hands of top esports, but they are going to need a little bit more if they want to try and match how strong Chovy is.
TIAN gets his first item because of the kill, it feels like, or maybe before. We'll watch again because Kiin launches at 369.
Yeah, and I think he was thought with Maokai coming up for Canyon that he should have been able to get the play, but TIAN completely snuck in and managed to get that set up. He goes down, and then watch here. So 369 goes very, very low. Canyon has this little Meowcat that's running after 369 trying to get the kill, but as soon as that's gone, 369 able to run back in, gets the flame spitter and that harpoon right as the twisted advance goes through to pick up the kill.
369 insane damage. He knows it's so close. Just wanted that trade, and you know, at least a kill went over to 369. Baited Ash is picked up as well as he picks up the Ninja Tabi in the meantime too. So gold lead between top and jungle, but let's not forget Chovy in that last fight picked up 2 kills. And although it's not a massive gold lead, I mean, he's still in a great spot here in this ranged matchup mid.
Yeah, I think it just accelerates him so effectively towards things like the Vamp Scepter, where now it becomes a big threat, but a play on bot side again here.
Again, TIAN is just bullying Kiin. His flash is still not up and available. The flash to match, he already hopped out. Permafrost, Electro Harpoon, he's dead again. 369 gets another kill, and you know, this sets up a nice narrative for TIAN, Dagda. I don't know if you want to start with it or if I should.
I'm just like, when the hell does TIAN play towards 369?
Yeah.
Like, this is not what you expect, but the 369 now in such a good spot to just try and take over inside lane. As you say, like, TIAN has been stepping up big now for top esports.
All I'm going to say is a lot of people didn't have this team making it out of Swiss because they're like, I don't know about TIAN. But TIAN's year has been insane. Even at MSI, I think we saw some highlights. And yeah, sure, they lost to G2 in the end, but that's more about G2. JackeyLove now solo flared as we come back to reality. And is Meiko going to pull a bit onto the gravity? Shattering Strike hits him in the brush, but Lehends is fine, as Gen G are just looking for what they can get at the 2v2.
But I think you need the strength of TIAN to try and go up against Canyon. This man is in discussion for the best jungler in the world, probably is the best jungler in the world right now. He is absolutely insane in how much control he can have, and especially coming over on towards Gen G, like the revamp of this Gen G roster, a huge amount of the talking point was Canyon and Chovy starting to work together, and you can see that it didn't quite work out from here, but certainly this is a man that you cannot forget about when it comes to these games.
Canyon did dip in Game 5 at MSI. That's what I'll remember. The Nidalee just came out of left field, and that's what you expect with Canyon. The possibility when you get to these best ofs of what he can draft for. In this game, obviously, it's just a Meiko who picks up a lock at first, but Canyon still has that reliability as a jungler. As just 1k gold lead for top esports here at the first 10 minutes of the game. Second round of grubs have now spawned, and Lehends is on the top side matching Meiko as it's all eyes on top.
Lehends is doing a good job here of faking pressure, though, because he doesn't have Canyon and he doesn't have the Kaisa, but the top esports don't know that, so afraid to kind of step into that position. Now he's bought time where top esports haven't set up grubs, so nice job from Lehends.
They're faking it.
Now, can they get Chovy, though? That's the person you need to lock down here.
TIAN waits over the side. It's Lehends who face check. As you said, Chovy needs to be the target. 369's walking up instead of teleporting. Peyz is on the top side of the wave. This is going to be an all-out brawl just for grubs. Smite comes down. It's Canyon to get it. 4 grubs. Okay, Gen G, do you want some more? One goes to top esports as Canyon runs on in, but he already got what he wanted. The setup from Meiko with the pull in. Thank you, Kinematics. Gives top esports a kill. Canyon already got away with a bit of a robbery, but he wanted the full heist.
Yeah, I think he should have just stepped back. You had the 4 grubs. You're pretty happy because you're the one coming out on top of that, but ends up going over, giving the kill across as well. You're going to be very happy as Creme to pick that one up.
It's the carries who are starting to get some gold on top esports. It's Creme, as you said, who picks up some gold and levels out the playing field a little bit with Chovy from what he got earlier. So grubs picked up. 4 for Gen G, though, is still a win overall, as we just go back to laning and chilling for another 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, I mean, the games yesterday for top esports against T1 very much came down to, hey, there's a couple of early skirmishes, but these big late-game fights at objectives. And I think Gen G, definitely a team that can look to try and play at the macro and, like, cover a lot of the plays from top esports, but in this sort of position where you constantly are forcing objective plays, I think Canyon needs to be a bit more careful about how he's approaching them, because even yesterday, the Maokai, the ultimate, didn't work out so well for some of these plays because of the pressure that was being put onto him by Weibo. Still came out with a win, so you can't really complain too much, but just needs to be on point here with those plays for the Maokai.
This Creme plays up heavily in the meantime. Lehends is just hovering topside yet again. Canyon is nearby. He's level 8, by the way, matching here with TIAN as he's caught up a bit in CS, but again, it's those early kills and the fact that TIAN does have a small item differential with Kindle Jam. He's going to be caught out. Solarflare locks him down. It's lock for lock, though, with the Shattering Strike as the Nate Scratch, as you talked about, is great positioning. TIAN can't get out. It's at a good angle from Lehends. He just stayed top until someone fell into his trap.
Lehends is playing so well this game. The pressure to buy time for Gen G on towards Boy Grubs. Now the roam in towards that top side to catch out top esports. Lehends is putting on a show and kind of showing Meiko what he needs to be stepping up to if he wants to match Gen G.
He matched in four of these kills with 4 assists in his pocket as Meiko tries to match Chovy, but unfortunate Shattering Strike. I heard someone in the audience sigh on that one as Chovy just pulls back with the bot lane consistently top. And both top laners consistently bot now with Dragon spawning in a minute's time as well, even though they have teleport. To be able to walk to this one feels like the next go.
But there's 2 members of top esports being pulled to deal with Chovy, which just opens up Lehends now to play it on the map state.
True.
And he's so good at working with Canyon in these sort of positions to find leads, find opportunities to make plays. And with the Rift Herald, now only just starting to spawn, and you have to reset here. JackeyLove Chovy going to look for the interrupt, and he gets it.
He does indeed. As you said, 40 seconds. Herald also mentioned 10 seconds. It feels like now, because of what Chovy did, maybe it's a surefire thing. Canyon, he is walking through mid and seems to be getting that mid push thanks to Peyz, which leads him into that top objective about 30 seconds before this Dragon spawns.
Yeah, the only thing you do have to be worried about is a lot of these first items being completed, like Bork for Creme, the Static Shiv now for JackeyLove on these resets. even 369 having TP with Leandres, whereas nothing's there for Gen G, so they could have tried to contest, but it's gone already. Gen G are just rushing us.
Teleport also committed as well, so you know Chovy's here before anyone from Top Esports shows face. Nature's Grasp in the late contest. TP as well from the top. I mean, Top Esports don't have their 80 carry in position. JackeyLove zoned out by Kiin, while the rest of Gen G take the fight in the middle of the pick. Meiko zoned out, taken out first. TES are trying to brawl with the Brawl Stars. Chovy gets a double already, and even though JackeyLove gets his ulti, he's getting whittled away by the Nah. Flash matches as well. 369 bullies and gets something back as Creme tries to outplay. He's got a health bar. He's got Lehends in his sights. He's got 369. Wait! No way to Top Esports. Get something out of nothing! What the hell? How do they win?
It is a blessed day at Worlds 2024, because my God, these fights are absolutely insane. Top Esports barely skirt away with the win, but it's still Gen G who come away with the objective.
I guess 369's 2.5k gold lead probably had some influencing there. I'm watching Chovy clean up. I'm watching Kiin just whittle away at JackeyLove's health bar. But in what is classic LPL solo lane style, they take a misnumbered fight and win it.
There is...
Give us a
I'm
replay.
shocked that Top Esports are ready to bring it back, but we may have to do a rinse and repeat here at Dragon. But actually looking at where Canyon is, I think we're just going to back away. So, but it was a very, very close fought fight. The ultimate from 369 was really good, but the fact that Gen G, the target selection, the focus on towards the members that were stuck in the pit for Top Esports worked out absolutely fantastically. And now with the Dragon taken, look at where Gen G are. This is what we were talking about, that classic of, hey, we're going to stick Chovy and Kiin in the same lane or put pressure on the same side of the map and look for these towers. And now it's Top trying to scramble to match that play on the bottom side.
And Gen G in top are going to try and get some gold back onto Chovy as well. After that, Dragon goes down. It's Mountain Soul. Another push here as Top Esports group up. Okay, Canyon. Well, unfortunate. He was going to look for another push. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise, Dagna, because if they go for that push, 369 and the rest of TES are there to match. I feel like Canyon could have died.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right, though. So, Gen G, back away. It's still tower for tower at the end of the day, as Creme was able to get that one on the bottom side. But I do think the main focus now is going to be, like, how does 369 match up in some of these side lanes? Because I didn't consider him a very strong split pusher. Yeah. But when you're, you know, 5-0 as Rumble and have a nearly 3k gold lead, I think you're in a good spot to be a bit of a threat. Oh, yeah. And TIAN and Meiko have realized this, and they're going to look for put pressure on towards Chovy.
Consistently playing around 369. Creme teleported in for this as well, so they're looking to take Alders down, and this is what we mean when we say Top Esports willing to split the difference here. Play the macro gamers. They're going to lose mid, but for JackeyLove stepping up, he might hold on my phrase. He's being targeted out and an easy kill. Donated over to Peyz. Lehends taking a bit of damage as Top Esports look for the retribution, look for the revenge, look for the king making play that can court Gen G. They've found Canyon in the way. The equalizer, beautiful, and he cannot stay. He flashes out. He runs for his life. Treebeard is gone, but TES saved the mid lane turret in the process.
But that's the thing. Gen G are always trying to make these counter punches every time you make a play. Lehends caught by TIAN,
Still caught, and Permafrost is an easy taking down tool. Locked in place, and 369 damage is unbeatable this game. Off that last play, he picked up so much gold, and he is shredding anyone in his way.
So the fact that you... Oh, actually, the tower is going to fall, but no local gold going over towards Gen G is at least a bit of a boon for Top Esports, but it is top tower for mid tower, kill for kill. The big wave loss for JackeyLove, though, is the major factor to keep your eyes on, because look at the 1.2k gold lead that has now opened up here on the bottom side of the map for Peyz. He's in a very strong position to continuously put pressure onto JackeyLove on that mid lane contest.
They've got some grubs under their work, which does some extra damage to mid, but at half HP, it'll stand for now as Peyz defends. So, what are we at for the state? After that fight, I mean, again, 3k gold lead individually in top. That's the gold lead right now for TES, as the rest of the map is looking good. Peyz especially, 1,300 gold up with 2 items on this Kai'Sa.
And that's where I think you're going to have Lehends and Canyon babysit Peyz in this mid lane, get that mid control, and as the reset starts to come through for Kiin, he can move into this bot lane, and you transition mid pressure into bot lane pressure, get that last tower, put a bunch of vision down to that bot side for Gen G, and then look for that dragon in 2 minutes time. So I wouldn't, as Kiin comes into this bot side, start to see a lot of shift on Gen G into this bottom side. You actually see it happen now as Peyz and Lehends start to get that vision and look for the pick on 369.
Things going down to start this engage off. They've skirted vision. They've gone a sneaky way. They're going to find 369 right in the middle of the wave. And he walks back. He tries to run. He doesn't have flash available, so he's going to get stunned. Solar Flare, an easy lock, and a shutdown over to Peyz. More gold for the legend carry in the 80 carry position.
And it catches 369 out because Gen G are playing a wave ahead. They don't push with Peyz in mid. Instead, they shift Chovy to push mid to then immediately move Peyz and Lehends down, and they catch 369 out where he thinks he's got an extra 30 seconds. Really nice stuff from Gen G, and this is why they are considered such a threat in the LCK.
So plays the map slower as well. Gen G just thinking about their options, and they pick the right one. Kiin gets the shove in bot, and now he can back away with some extra gold. But what I'm looking at, in speaking of gold, is what Peyz gets from that. Fiendish Codex, Blasting Wand, now picked up for the Kai'Sa. That'll have that W upgrade most likely. And Peyz can start getting some of those resets down, so the poke starts becoming very meaningful for this comp that only has the Sedge and Rel to tank it up.
Yeah, I think the small advantages that you have for top esports is like Creme starting to hit that Black Cleaver a little bit early, but I do think Chovy should be able to finish off a Stride Breaker as he looks for the reset here. With 40 seconds until that Dragon, you have to contest this as Gen G. So I think having Chovy reset and start to move into bot side to push in that wave is kind of where they want to move him to potentially have a flank position in this next fight. But looks like Gen G actually just going to all in on the mid wave.
Oh yeah, we're going to A-Ram, aren't we? TES 3 members showing. 369 hasn't walked down yet. But this has been a mainstay and a mainstay in my heart for the tournament so far. We're heading towards Dragon. We started off in mid. Gen G are here first, and TES have come to show what they can do in this team fight.
This is difficult now to get vision. At least Lehends spotted on a ward means top esports should feel confident to walk into this river position.
With the vision lining. Lehends on the control ward. Clears away, as you said.
I think top just going to play for mid-tower pressure instead. They don't really care about one Dragon going to Gen G, as long as they can get this mid-turret. Can Gen G look for the engage with Canyon off the back of this, though?
Kiin has Mega Knight and Flash available. TES moving into a choke, but they're too far away. Kiin doesn't take the opportunity, and TES move into Fog of War.
Meiko basically playing bodyguard here with TIAN, making sure top esports can get out easily. There's always that potential of Canyon just opening up with ult. A flash play from Kiin catches them out, but top esports, they get the tower and trade for that Dragon.
Chovy in an angle as well. Chovy in a great angle. He's going to take it onto JackeyLove. Caught out. Solar Flare. They're taking the 80 carry to town. He flashes out, but Chovy is still matching, but they can't kill him. He goes in the backline. That's Peyz. He snipes. He assassinates. The equalizer doesn't even hit as Canyon is a new target. Front to back now with the culling. They run forward, but no one's dying yet. Gen G are in so many different angles, so many different movements. They're hitting him from all sides. It's a sandwich, but I think for TES, it's a rotten one. A double turns into a triple, turns into a finisher, and Gen G with the 10 out of 10 team fight dissipate top esports.
The darkness is full of terror for top esports, and it's Gen G who are picking them off one by one. It's Chovy with the knock-up, Peyz with the assassination, and Baron for the LCK players.
Absolute masterclass. Gen G playing on the edge of so many different possibilities. They keep their team alive, and I think they've kept their game chances of moving to a 2-0 very much in their hands. Dagda Red Bull Baron power play, but please give me another replay. I just want to watch that again and live it.
Yeah, I mean, the engage from Peyz, or the follow-up from Peyz was sick, because everyone at top esports thinks he's moved away, but Peyz has the confidence to just play up here, knowing that nobody's really able to turn on to him from this position. He puts the threat. Chovy with that knock-up as well here was perfect. And then Peyz flashing forward, buying space. The only damage dealer is 369, so Peyz knows as long as I step away from him, there is no threat, and it's a triple kill. You can see Mata looking very happy in the back there.
I was an LPL caster. TIAN looks a bit frustrated, but in happy strides. Dagda, I was an LPL caster, but I am an LCK lover in this game. And this is Gen G putting on a bit of a show here as TIAN is now caught between the turret and he's taking damage. He's poked out, but it enables Gen G to find themselves a bit of a turret, a bit of a free kill as well, as TIAN ends up dropping. Lehends found another great pick, and now TS find themselves in trouble.
Top esports don't have a leg to stand on. It's been chopped away by Chovy. It's been hacked at by Peyz, and this team of Gen G has absolutely destroyed top esports in this mid to late game.
Whether it's a series at MSI or this best of one here at Worlds, Gen G top esports, they both put on a show, but Gen.G once again looking to be firm favorites as 9-1-6. This Kaiser is 4.5K, 4,200, right? But Peyz is mega ahead when 369 was the lead a lot of the time. That now feels more and more irrelevant because Peyz is just in the way.
He's 2/3 of the gold lead essentially for Gen.G. This man has been absolutely insane, and I think a huge amount of that is when we praise JackeyLove for his positioning over the course of LPL domestically, it has not worked out for him this split, or this game. Lehends has had it in his sights the whole time. And also then Chovy just consistently putting pressure onto him. JackeyLove has not had a chance to open up. And when he was so clutch yesterday on this Jhin with some of the static shiv damage and the executions that he got, he just has not had that today against Gen.G.
They're now moving up top with their Baron. They've already picked up 4,000 gold to thrust themselves into the lead. 7,000. The difference between them right now is Gen.G use Kiin to pull in the wave.
But you got TP from Chovy towards mid just to push in that wave to draw top Esports, but they look for Kiin.
They're looking for Kiin. They find the pieces, they pick apart TIAN into the Glacial Prison, but Kiin hops away. He's still not dead, and now into a corner. Gen.G are tearing him limb from limb. TES haven't even got the thrust of Chovy. Oh, it's church time. He may miss those, so I think we're going to go another Sunday while he roots himself into a corner. He gets autoed to death. Gen.G, wait, I knew I was an atheist. As they run back, they're trying to block every shot, but Kiin is burning down and hit by the sniper of JackeyLove. All right, we're going to have to rethink this religion.
We went to church, but it's the top Esports miracle that might have just happened. The dive from Gen.G went too far, and it's top who gets a much-needed goal back in their favor.
Dagda, even though the push comes in, almost severely takes out an Nexus star at top Esports, managed to find a way.
I mean, this was a great kill on towards Creme. Just barely able to get him as he dashes forward. The lockdown comes through, and you're able to get the kill thanks to Peyz's damage. Meiko goes very low, and then Chovy sees blood in the water, but it's his own at the end of the day. With a great sidestep from Meiko into the stun. The lockdown, thanks to Deadly Flourish, is then enough for just the last bullet to come through and kill him. But with everyone on Gen.G moving forward to try and help him out, and it only gives time for the curtain call to come through as Kiin. A little bit of a whoopsie on the blast cone.
But JackeyLove on Jhin. Okay, I'm getting it again. TES moving towards Dragon, and the game ain't done. There's a big lead as we've almost got a full item on Peyz Dagda. I know you're talking about that Seeker's Armor Guard. I love this graphic. Thank you very much to our production crew. Look at all the tools and the activatables available here for TES and Gen.G, mainly Gen.G, right?
But again, I don't think we're going to get this fight. Top Esports realizing, look, we just need gold. We just need time. We need to push back Gen.G, and that starts with the waves. So, going to opt out of this one. And we'll be looking for another 5 minutes of slightly bought time, but 1.5 minutes until Baron.
Yep.
The amount of control that Chovy offers in a side lane, the pick potential you can get with Peyz, it is very hard for top Esports to defend these towers.
So I said it's not done yet, but it still feels like Gen.G it should be done. Okay, obviously there's going to be favoritism with the way they've handled this game, and there's going to be with the cold lead they have plus double Mountain Dragon against the Jhin and Illusion. Can they find the picks that they found when Gen.G overcommitted to the top lane?
Well, this is where, as long as Gen.G don't make that same mistake, they're okay. Like, they are setting up the same idea. Slow push in mid, create that pressure. 369 is not top, so top Esports can't really just pull the trigger immediately. They need 369 there, but big wave on bot and pressure in mid. Top Esports has to concede this tower or else fight a 4v5.
Well, they clear the wave at the very least. It slows things down. Gen.G, as you said, have the numbers advantage for now, while 369 deals with both the bot wave crashing in behind the turret and this new wave that's crashing in directly in front of it. Lehends also looking for a pick with his range as the next wave crashes in, and TES still fighting quite a battle here with the minion wave.
Yeah, you've only got 2 more waves that you can really, 3 more waves that you can work for this for Gen.G, because you can see the timer in your bottom left corner before that boss inhibitor respawns. So next wave should be where they're looking to try and make this full play onto the top side. Top Esports trying to clear out mid and bot, but I think they will just concede this top tower in favor of trying to get back out onto the map a little bit more.
That one ward may be helping out as TIAN gets the full brunt of Chovy. Small engage. It's that ward behind Chovy. You can see that for TES gave them a bit of a leg up knowing where Gen.G were moving. but now everyone's spotted out. Mid-wave is the call. Again, we sit around mid while 369 makes his way again for the fight.
Yeah, Top Esports are losing some resources off that top wave that crashed, but they're just trying to play off of 2 wave states, knowing if they contest Gen G into this top side jungle, they're just going to end up walking in blind. So Lehends spotted on a ward, doesn't realize it though.
So 369 runs towards him. Now he's behind enemy lines. Gen G are like, look, what do we do? Do we find the fight? Do we find the Baron? And Chovy is trying to help out, but Lehends already flashed away. He wants to build space, get back towards his team while Chovy zones out JackeyLove, but getting burnt to a crisp is 369 on top of Lehends. He's overheated though, but now with a new flame spitter out in the culling, he's dead. But Canyon's ulti, is it good enough? The question with the Equalizer thrown into the mix is Deadly Flourish does nothing. Meiko tagged, Gen G have lost their support, TES lose no one.
But they lose all their ultimates in the play, and I think Top Esports need to back away from that. Kiin will drop to Mininar, but Gen G, yes, they lost Lehends, but they haven't lost too much when it comes to map pressure and can still continue to push in these waves.
Well, Chovy's going to do exactly that. Lehends has got a smaller death timer as well. In 10 seconds, he's up.
Yeah, I'm not 100%, but with all those ultimates used, I think Gen G can just start barring, and they make the same call. You know, no curtain call, culling, lockdown from TIAN. Even 369 is no equalizer. You see Gen G toying with the idea, but not 100% certain they want to go for it.
TIAN backing on a ward. Chovy is not going to be stopped, of course. With the soul unbound, he darts back. Chovy starts off the Baron, maybe to fake it, as Top Esports still hover. This one ward at red buff, giving full access to Gen G's next game plan.
Still, a lot of movement here around this Baron area. The ultimate's starting to come up for Top Esports though, so I don't know if Gen G, this is the time to commit. Still trying to bait Top Esports in. Kiin has hit Mega again, so they need to find that window now on Top Esports.
Creme's culling is going to be up and available. TIAN though, it's found out, packing up against the wall. The fate sealed, beautiful. Gen G back into control, into the back line. They've gotten a double, a quick kill and access as Creme culling against the side. He's open season for Gen G as Chovy, Kiin walk into JackeyLove and a nice cat from Canyon to seal another deal. It looked a bit sloppy, but Gen G still whacking them with the wallets.
Again, Lehends' position on the map has just been so good this game. Waiting in the bush, knowing there's no vision there for Top Esports, and Gen G immediately engaged with Kiin, having the last couple of ticks of that Meganar, and that will be the Baron for Gen G.
TES held out for so long, but like it just comes back to that same reality that Peyz and Chovy are so damn fed, do so much damage. And Gen G this game, you got to say, have been so good at picking apart the pieces in the majority of these fights, right? Obviously, it's been slowed down by TES as much as possible, but we watch this other one again.
But
this is what they did.
Lehends, no vision. You look at topside, 369 and Creme not in a position to go for this, and Chovy's just hit his Q3 into that ultimate, rocks everybody, and even Peyz immediately jumps onto JackeyLove to force then the Seeker's arm guard, which overextends Creme, who then ends up falling. It's all these little pieces from Gen G perfectly executed on a team-wide scale. And it's that coordination that makes this team so deadly.
And they've now moved into an 8K gold lead. We're back where we started. We're back where we were 5-10 minutes ago. Peyz is having a field day, and there was a lot of criticism, like we said, coming into his debut at Worlds because of how he performed in finals. But Peyz still, Dagger, comes back to your point. Peyz is still a supreme team fighting AD carry. He's still, a young prodigy who's got so many years ahead of him. We look at one moment in finals and say, yeah, but what else has he done? Well, he's done exceptional things throughout the year.
Yeah, debuted this year at Worlds. Did play in 2023. But
bloody won MSI.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this guy has been absolutely insane. Even hitting the, what's it, the Golden Road? I can't remember the term. When you win LCK in your first split as well, like, this guy's an absolute beast. So I have to see if he's going to be able to continue that as he starts to move forward. But it is looking damn good at 11-1-0. And alongside Lehends, this has been such a good bot lane to focus down JackeyLove and Meiko.
TES on their last defense. The Baron's doing a lot of work under this inhibitor, and Chovy's free to step up. TES on their defensive position as they're losing everything in the base. Gen G is spreading them thin, and TES just need to fight and fight in front of their Nexus turrets as what they've got left as Gen G have now opened up double inhibitor.
There's the ultimate from Canyon, though. They want to end this now.
And Maokai sends it in, and Solar Flare also zones out TES. One Nexus turret taken down with TES. Need the last stand, and begins with the culling with the Glacial Prison, with everyone jumping in. The equalizer good, but Meiko only gets one man. Even with the good Magnet Storm, it's still not enough. Gen G in a 4 versus 4 as TES are running forward. Now deal with 369, who thought he had it. But Gen G are believers in themselves. That's all that matters here. 3 people left alive. They're low on health bars. They can't end now as TES manage managed to only just defend.
They're so low, but Gen G, Kiin's going to reset and
Round
TP in on this
two.
wave. They need to try and find a way to stop this. JackeyLove's
Gonna be
alone!
tagged and he gets ulted immediately. Peyz is too strong. Chovy's here to support as well. Creme sitting from the fountain, but Kiin is now rocked up as Gen G will remain undefeated in another cinema game here at Worlds.
What a performance from Gen G. That was absolutely insane, but you've heard it enough from us. I want to hear from the analyst desk because
Help us.
I'm speechless after that one.
That was sick.
That was sick. That was textbook Peyz. It felt like he came back with Kai'Sa. He was like, guys, let's forget about that game 5 in LCK finals. This is what I can do with Kai'Sa. What a performance from him.
I just think it's such a fantastic story for Peyz because obviously anytime you have a new player coming into an already star-studded lineup,
Yeah.
everyone's going to be like, yeah, but what